Hi, this is my English speaking practice, and I'm talking about my personal development. And today, I will start to use Unity, which is a game engine or IDE, Integrated Development Environment for game for game building. Yeah, but I have no idea how to use this, so I needed to learn about it. Yeah, so right now I'm learning and I'm doing a tutorial for building 2D game. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm I will I will refer to this page, which is written in Japanese, but yeah, I will refer to this page and I will explain it and learn from it. Yeah. So right now I downloaded the asset like this. This is the floor images, and open the inspector window and mesh type tight. Mesh type. Where it is? Inspector window and mesh type. I cannot find it. Mesh type. Sorry, can I delete it and do it again? Scratch. Mesh type. Mode simple. This page is outdated. It's about 3 years ago. Let me see the next procedure. Select. Draw mode simple. Tiled. And rect tool. So before doing this, I should change the mesh type, but I cannot find it. simple texture. Ooh. Color flip, draw mode, mask interaction. Okay, I will go with this new project. I should have installed another engine version. For example, this. (2021) 322 F1. Okay, I will install this and yep. Waiting for installation and read the documents. 2D template. Start with 2D template and decide the project name, location, cloud organization, connect to Unity Cloud. Asset import. I need to download the asset. Where it is? They are attached at the bottom of this page. It's not for free, so will I will use something instead. Okay, so not completed. Okay, asset import and set free aspect and change the scene name, slide puzzle scene, and yeah, and arrange the game objects, piece. Set the piece. Collision detection. Box collider 2D. And adding a transparent object to the object sprites square and piece 00. Yeah, transparent. That's it. Retry button. UI button text mesh pro. Import TMP essentials. What is it? Button entry. Okay. TMP essentials. TMP. This appears to be the first time you access Text Mesh Pro. TMP means Text Mesh Pro. As such, we need to add resources to your project that are essential for using Text Mesh Pro. These new resources will be placed at the root of your project in the Text Mesh Pro folder. Okay. So I need to import TMP essentials so that we can use the text mesh game object. Okay. Oh gosh. Hi. And go to next. Oh, the next article is not for free, so I cannot read it. Hmm. I don't know how to attach the script to the game object. Let me see. This is just background images, and here other box collider 2D, and I see edge collider 2D here. As suit as the background images. So the collider is like this, and here create a game data C# file, and game data is initialized as an instance, and when initializing the game, the so this game, there is need to decide the number of eto, like animals, number of animals to generate, and Spirit editor and prehab object, create a prehab object, and Spirit images and create prehab objects, and attach the rigid body 2D and circle collider 2D to each images, to each divided images, and then make it prehab. But I don't know prehab, the concept of prehab. And there is no program code, so I'm not sure. Wow. Okay. But I'm not going to use the gravity. It's just a puzzle game, so Okay, let me see this. Tile map. Find the treasure trove of lightning and visual effects in our new match. 3 sample gem hunter match. Okay. So let me remove the project. New project, but I wanna some 2D puzzle game. To the mobile, or I should do some learning. Unity learn. Rollerball. 2D, 2D, 2D. Essentials. In this 2D mission, you will create a top-down 2D version of interactive living room scene you created earlier. Just like in 3D scene, you will control a character trying to collect all the objects in a room. By completing this scene, you will learn how working in 2D is similar to working, but also how it's different. Okay. Explore to this scene. Unity Essentials. So I should start with this. Editor Essentials 3D Essentials. Okay. Install Unity. Open the Unity Essential project. So let me. Okay, I see. Essential download. And open the folder. Unzip. And let me. But the version is 2022.3, so my editor is old. Waiting for installing. Open the project from Unity Hub. Simply select one of In many cases, projects you add to Hub won't use precisely the same version of Unity editor as you have installed. When this occurs, you will see a warning in the editor version column of the project tab. You will take care of this issue in the next step when you open the project. To open a project from the Unity Hub's Projects tab, just select it. If you already have the project's exact version of it installed, the project will open and you will be ready to go. When there is an editor version warning like the one shown above, you will see the following Simply select one of the Unity editor version you have already installed, listed in the install section window. Okay. The upgrade process can take some time. You might see additional message about adding files to your computer. Changing Unity editor version project. Change the options that will continue your upgrade to the version you selected. When the upgrade process is completed, the project will open in Unity editor. Okay. Okay. Next. Open a scene from the project window. The project window is where you can find all the files, assets available for use in your project, whether you use them or not. The project window works like a file explorer organized in folders. Project window is this. Instructions: locate the slider at the bottom right corner of the project window. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. Drag the slider all the way to the left to see the asset in the list. This way, none of the asset's name get cut off. This will be easier for now. In the Assets folder, open Unity Essentials Scenes, then double-click one starter scene to open it. Above the project window in the corner of the editor, you will see a robot standing on the left side of a big white platform in front of a beautiful blue sky, along with a collection of other objects. Okay. Did you notice that the hierarchy window, which is on the left in Unity default layout, was automatically populated with a list when you open the screen? The hierarchy window is where you organize all the things in your game world. These things are called game objects. There is an important difference between the project window and the hierarchy window. The hierarchy window displays all the game objects in the current scene. The project window displays all the assets available to your entire project, whether or not they are in the current scene. Okay, got it. First, in the hierarchy window, double-click some of the game objects and notice what happens. The selected game object is framed in the scene view at the corner of Unity interface. Framed in the scene view at the corner of the Unity interface. Framed. I see. In the hierarchy window, locate the box's game object, then use the fold out triangle to expand it and explore the game object within. Game objects are typically organized in a hierarchical tree-like structure. Okay. In the hierarchy window, a game object can have parent game objects and child game objects. Parent game objects contain other game objects which are referred to as child game objects. To return to a view that allows you to see the entire environment, double-click the ground game object, which will frame the entire ground view. Ground. Okay, I see. Move around 3D space in the scene view. In the center of the default editor layout in the scene view, this is your interactive window into the world you are creating. You will use the scene view to manipulate objects and view them from various angles. Okay. First, with your cursor over the scene view, right-click and drag. You will notice that the cursor turns into the eyeball icon. When you do this, this is a view tool. It's like turning your head to look around in the real world. Second, release the right mouse button, then use the arrow keys to freely move around in the scene view. The up and down arrow keys move you forward and backward. The left and right arrow keys pan the view sideways. As a challenge, use these navigation techniques to get a good close-up view of the robot character. If you ever get lost in the scene view, simply go back to the hierarchy window and double-click one of the game objects to frame and center it in the scene view. Right-click and move the mouse. Okay, and the installation is finished, and open the project, download essential project. No reaction. Select a folder. Why? Other project from disk. Okay, and missing editor version, so install and iOS. Use the pan tool. By default, there is a floating toolbar in the upper left corner of the scene view. There are main scene view too. Scene view. Maybe stairs, framed stairs, and view tool. This is a pan. This is called pan tool. Okay, that's it. Enter play mode in game view. Click the triangle button. You can play the game like this. Okay. Edit the game object's properties. Save your scene. Edit the game object properties. You can see the inspector. You can see the game object's properties in the inspectors and edit them. Okay. Okay, I understand. Save your scene. Command S. Okay. Not yet. Review and proceed to the next tutorial. Okay. And next, but I want to programming essential or 2D essentials. Hmm. 2D scene. Explore 2D scene. The scene that you'll start with represents a basic 2D room setup viewed from a top-down perspective. In top-down games, the camera angle is positioned above the action, pointing straight down. This genre often emphasizes strategic thinking, exploration, and puzzle solving, as players can see more of the game world compared to first-person or side-scrolling perspectives. The starter scene includes a simple 2D floor, a camera configured for 2D viewing, and 2D light. In the project window, Unity Essential Scenes, and double-click 5 top-down 2D scene to open it. With the scene open, browse through the hierarchy window to identify the game object in the scene. Main camera. This camera is configured to use orthographic mode instead of the default 3D perspective mode, which is necessary for 2D gameplay. A global 2D light. Unity has special 2D light components which are optimized for 2D environments. A floor. This is an image of an empty wood floor, which will be seen from a top-down perspective. In the hierarchy window, double-click the floor game object to frame it in the scene view. Then orbit around the floor using option left click to see that it is completely flat. Unity offers a specialized 2D view of your scene. This view removes the forward to back z-axis entirely and instead focuses just on the x and y axis. This adjustment restricts scene navigation to just panning and zooming. This view removes from back to forward to back z-axis entirely. Yeah. Let me see. Locate and select 2D button at the top. Try to look around the scene like you would in 3D. Right-clicking, dragging with the scene view. Notice that unlike in 3D view, the view does not rotate. Instead, it only pans across the scenes. Experiment with panning. Right-click and drag, and zooming, scroll wheel or trackpad in the scene. This is the main way to navigate in 2D mode. Note that the scene view gizmo has disappeared from the upper right corner of the scene view. You don't need the scene view gizmo in 2D because orbiting is disabled. You are no longer using the z-axis perspective because 2D games do not have depth. You are just using the XY plane now. Right click, drop and drag and scroll wheel. Okay, right. And oh, really? Not yet. Add your player, character, sprite. Just like you did in the living room scene, you will now add a player character to the scene. You will have some selection of characters, a robot vacuum, a toy car, etc. But this time they will be 2D sprites instead of 3D models. Sprites are 2D graphics that are used to represent characters, objects, and other elements within a game. Oh, see. What? Yeah? Really? Let me... I see. I forget the password. In progress. Project window, navigate to Unity Essentials sprites, characters, and browse the available character sprites. Click and drag your desired character sprite into the scene view, positioning it towards the left side of the room. With the sprite selected, ensure the position is set to 0 in the transform component in the inspector window to keep it aligned with the other project in the 2D plane. Briefly, switch out to 2D mode and orbit to see how the sprite sits flat directly on the background for our object. In the hierarchy window, rename the sprite player for clarity and future reference. Sprites, select sprites and characters and select the Roomba 2D and the 2D, Roomba 2D, renamed to player. That's it. Okay. Configure rigid body 2D component. Unlike the rigid body component used for 3D objects, the rigid body 2D component is optimized for 2D physics. This component enables your object to obey the laws of the physics, such as gravity and force, within a 2D space. Okay. Hierarchy window, select the player, and inspector window, select add component and search for rigid 2D, select it to add it to your I see. So we can select add component for attaching the features like rigid body or something like that. Yeah. And enter play mode to see the player game object fall out of the bottom of the screen. This type of gravity might make sense in a 2D side scroller, but it doesn't make sense in the top-down game. Yeah, top-down game. Yeah, that's what I'm going to create this time. So yeah, the rigid body doesn't make sense this time. And exit play mode, and in the rigid body 2D component, adjust the gravity scale property to 0. This will stop gravity from affecting the player. So we can set the gravity scale property to 0. Because we are going to create a top-down game, right? And even though you disable gravity, you still need the rigid body 2D components so that the player can move around. Yeah, it has it should have a physics or body. So I will need rigid body 2D without gravity, and enter play mode again to ensure the player character now stays put in the room, then exit play mode. Nice. So add a component and add a rigid body to it, and the play mode, confirm falling out of the screen, and change the gravity scale to 0 and run it again. It stays on the floor. Okay. Add a player controller to the scripts. Oh, this is for the first time attaching script. Let me see the video first. Scripts, provoked scripts, player controller 2D, and player. Oh, I see. So just drag and drop. Ooh, I totally understand. Okay. Just to be safe, let me read the documents, instructions. Next, you will add a player controller script that allows you to control the movements of the 2D player. Unlike Unity's built-in components such as the rigid 2D component, Player Controller 2D is a custom script we provided you for you, designed to manage player inputs and movements within a 2D environment. So, rigid 2D component is also a script, but which is written by Unity. Yeah. So we cannot see the script, this script maybe, and it is for obeying the law of physics, right? And this is a custom script. Yeah, so we can edit it and as we like. Okay. So instructions. In the project window, navigate to Unity Essential Scripts, provide scripts, and locate the player controller to this script. If you are interested, feel free to open the script, read through it, and see if you can figure out how it works. It has a lot of comments that should help you out. Nice. Select the player game object to show its components in the inspector window, then drag the player controller to the script directory into the inspector window to add it as a component to the player game object. You can also drag the script directly onto the player game object in the scene view, or use the Add Component button in the inspector window to add the script. Makes sense. With a player controller to the script added, you can now configure its properties, including its speed and whether or not you want the player to be able to move diagonally. Test the player controls in play mode. Your character should now move with either the arrow key or the WASD keys. If you edit varies the inspector window, you might have to click within the game view window to regain control to the player. Okay, I see. Lock your aspect ratio. Okay. Let me review. Congratulations on setting up your first 2D scene with your player in a room surrounded by walls. Here are some of the things you learned how to do along the way. Switch 2D to 2D view and 3D view of the scene. Explain the difference between navigating in 2D space versus 3D space. Define sprite. Adjust the aspect ratio of game view. This is... So I should read the... read from here tomorrow. Today I'm going to finish, but I have learned a lot about Unity. So I'm confident to develop the 2D game. Okay, so tomorrow I will open the project and run it and edit something and customize something like that. Yeah, so see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.